everyone! I hope you're doing well. It's me, Katie B. Today's video is going to be on my foundation routine for flawless skin. I know I've received a lot of questions and people always asking me, how is it that you get such perfect and flawless skin for yourself as well as your models and all your clients? So this video is for you. It's more of an everyday routine. We don't do a lot of contouring with creamy foundations. It doesn't involve that many extra steps. So I hope you like it. As always, thumbs up if you like, comment down below, and do subscribe. And also if you could share with your friends, that'd be really, really awesome for me. I appreciate it so much. I'm gonna list everything down below so you can take a look at it whenever you need to. And again, thank you so much for watching. So first I'm going to use the Groundworks primer. It's great for your skin because it primes your face, it smooths, it hydrates, it gives that glowy, nice dewy feel, and it also extends the long wear of your foundation. Since I'm used to applying it to my clients, I like to use a brush. You could use a brush, you could use your hand. You just make sure I apply it everywhere. Nice smooth coat. The cool thing about this primer is that it has a little bit of moisturizer in there, so you don't have to worry about moisturizing first. The next step is BB cream, and I like to use this because it brightens my face, it corrects it. It also has a lot of antioxidants in it, and it has a really strong SPF of 30, which is always very good for the skin. I'm going to apply it in just the areas that I need it. For me, I like to apply it in the T-zone. So not necessarily all over, because I feel like if you put makeup all over, the BB cream, the foundation, the concealer, it's going to get too heavy. So you'll see here I just apply it where I just need a little bit extra staying power. Because the cool thing about this is it makes the foundation actually last even longer than just with a primer. It really makes it stick. As you can see, when I just use the BB cream, my face is completely smooth. It actually looks really, really flawless for just a one-step application. So on a day when I'm in a rush, I'll just go ahead and use this BB cream. Sometimes I'll even skip using a powder. For a more fancy day, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the foundation, the concealer, and set it with a powder. But again, you can see how great my skin looks just only with a BB cream. Next, I'm going to use our Mineral Magic liquid foundation. It's a liquid foundation that's made all of minerals, so it has all like the skin nourishing benefits of a foundation, but without all the harsh chemicals. I like to use this with a sponge, but it just depends on what your preference. You could put this directly on the BB cream if you like, but since I didn't really drag the BB cream to the side, I'll go ahead and apply it on the outside of my face, just because I feel like I don't need all the extra coverage, especially since I'm going to go ahead and put concealer underneath my eyes. But here I'm going to put this everywhere else. Then I'm going to go in with my concealer. I like to go just about like one shade lighter. This is our stick foundation, but I use it as a concealer as well. And you just put it underneath the eyes. You can do it in a triangular formation, so it goes like across this way and down. And then I use it just a little bit, just to add a little bit of glow and like highlighting on my nose. You can do it on top of your lips and on the bottom of your chin. I'll go ahead and then blend that out. You can use anything to blend it out. You could use the sponge. You can use our new Impeccable Beauty Blender, which I'll go ahead and do. And what you'll see is you push it in your skin and it doesn't move any product. It kind of just sets it there. And I'll show you actually, it's better when you use it wet. So this is the original size when you first purchase it. And then when you actually get it wet, it actually doesn't absorb the product. So it's actually really cool because you'll see it hasn't transferred much. It stays on the surface. And it's actually really hydrating too. Now that it's all wet, it makes your skin feel so fresh and youthful. And then here, I'll just buff it out. This makes applying makeup so easy. So here's the stippling brush. What I do with the stippling brush is I open it, ours happens to be retractable and it comes with a lid. What I do is I buff in everything else I've put on that's wet and I make it a part of the face. I know a lot of people always ask me, how is it that you create that airbrushed look where it doesn't look cakey, it looks a part of their skin? Well, this is the trick. I love it. if you can look really close, you can see it's actually a part of my skin. And then after this, I'm gonna go ahead and put on powder. You can set your face with like a loose powder if you like. You can always set it with a pressed powder. It's just preference. In this video, I'll go ahead and show you how to use it with this powder. This is the hydrating powder from KDB Cosmetics, and what you'll see is it's easy to use. You just kind of put it everywhere, and it gives a nice finish, and it has like a nice sheen to it, so that it doesn't look too dry. And for under the eyes, I like to go a little bit lighter. So I have this mini Kabuki, and that's also from KBC. For like a contour palette, you could use like a lighter pale shade, or you could use a paler shade of powder. It's really just what works for you. For this video, I will go ahead and do this right here, our contour palette, just to brighten up a little bit under the eyes, and I do it in kind of a triangular motion. I love this brush because it allows you to see how to get into the eye area right here. It's such a hard area to reach, but with a smaller buffer brush like this, you can actually get in there and you can blend everything out. It's really, really amazing. This is like my favorite brush of all time. Now it's time to structure the face. So what I like to do is I like to use bronzer, and I like to use it to contour. You can use a darker powder if that works for you. You could use a bronzing kit. I like to use an actual bronzer. This is my go-to every day. And what I do is I use a big powder brush, and you just kind of really get in there, dust it off. And what you'll see me do is I like to go into the corners of my hair on both sides. And the reason for this is I like to make it seem as though I've been sun-kissed. And usually the sun will hit you right here on this area. I like to also, contour, make my face a little bit skinny. So I'll go underneath here, kind of blend it in. And here's just preference, like how far up do you go? For me, I like to be a little bit more slender, so you'll see me bringing it up a little bit higher. And I'll do the same on this side. I like to contour underneath my cheek area, so I'll go right here. Usually it's where the hairline is, the top of your ear to the edge of your mouth. So I'll go like this, and if your brush is too big, you can actually squeeze it together and turn it into like a fan brush. Don't worry about the top, because with that buffer brush that I was telling you about, we'll be able to blend it out. Again, from the top of the ear to the bottom, to the outside of my lip. Then I'm gonna go in, and don't worry, we're gonna blend that out. And I'm gonna apply the contour with a bronzer down the side of my nose. This will make the nose appear slimmer. And I bring it all the way down, this on each side of my nose. Just preference. For me, I don't like to put the bronzer on the bottom of my nose, on the tip of my nose, because I like my nose to look a little bit more slim and longer. I also add it to the bottom of my lip, under here. I'm going to cast like a shadow to make your lip seem plumper. Sometimes if you feel like, you didn't get enough, you can put it underneath here. So don't worry if you feel like you have too much bronzer on. I'll just go ahead and go over it with my beauty blender. Especially when it's wet, it's easier to work with. So I'll just go ahead and kind of blend out what we did. You don't want any harsh lines, I like to keep this area, the center of my forehead, and right here really pale. You'll see once I add everything in that it all makes sense. Now I'm going to go in with a highlighter. I'm going to use this Gleam highlighting powder. They have multiple colors in here. You can use a lighter shade for the inner corner of the eyes. For me, in this particular look I'm doing, I'm going to just go ahead and use all of the shades. It creates like a nice rose gold highlighter, and I'm going to use it on the top of the cheek. You can actually use it wet, and it gives an even better glow. You can add it down to the tip of your nose, nice glow on your chin. And let's say you felt like I did too much blush, I put too much highlighter. So what I usually do is I'll go ahead and I'll use this mini buffer brush, and I'll grab a lighter powder, and I'll just swirl it in there and go underneath my eyes. I'll just pack it in, And I'll blend down, because now we're trying to blend out what we created, and up, just to control what we did earlier. Alright, now to finish the look, I'm going to go ahead and do a lip color I absolutely love. It's kind of like a nice nude with some pink in it. It's a liquid lipstick. We'll start with the lip liner first. This color is neutral and it's a mineral lip crayon. This is a really great color because you can draw outside your lip line and it won't look like as if you've drawn, you know, way outside of it, because it matches the lip color naturally. Alright, so to finish off, this is a liquid lipstick. It's really convenient because it's like a lipstick and lip gloss together, but it has a lot of pigmentation. It's really a color that you can use all the time. It complements your skin very, very well. So this is my finished look. I hope you like it, but I want to tell you another secret just in case you want to take it up a notch. I use our Selfie Foundation. It's just a liquid, creamy foundation, and it has very good coverage. It's full coverage. I'll put the product on the back of my hand. I like to go again one shade lighter than my usual foundation shade, and I'll use the Impeccable Beauty Blender. What you'll see is I'll go underneath my eyes. This is just to give an extra pop. This kind of wakes up your look. So, you know, as a busy mom, this is like a really good trick that I use all the time. This is only if you have a lot of time. On the days when you don't, probably want to skip this, but this is like for that special night out. So this, my friend, is the KDB secret to looking awake and alive. I hope you like what you've been watching. Please like, please subscribe, please tell your friends. Do let me know if you want to see any other tutorials, and I'll see you guys next time.